Now we are.
All right. These starburst really hit the spot.
I know.
I was gonna ask if you guys think Ted Bundy personally is handsome.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I can see the appeal of like women of that time, I guess.
Hairline is okay.
The unibrow's gotta go.
What is that? Why?
I don't know.
Where's he from?
He is from, I want to say Massachusetts,
Indiana or some
something.
shit?
Like he's from, I think he's from the East Coast.
Because to me, like, I know this comment isn't original. Like, it's literally a tweet I stole it from. But like, he looks like the seal from Finding Dory, like the stupid one.
Yeah, get off my rock!
Like,
Get off my rock! Yeah,
like,
that one.
He looks like that, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're gonna,
He's from Vermont.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe that it kept him warm.
That's where
the extra.
Yeah, because it grew in the winter season.
like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, gross. But no, I would.
No.
No.
Yeah,
and also, I feel like it's just like the context of like what he did that kind of
Like we know, we already know
that
we know
kind of
too
just
much.
like shuts it off.
he's
Like,
icky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's icky.
It's icky for sure.
yeah.
And I was talking about the teeth thing earlier.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's junk
Jesus
science
Christ.
Now it doesn't count, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, but what doesn't count? Like
They
the
said
actual dental patterns.
like to match his dental like imprint against the bite mark of the victim. They're like, well, like it's not accurate enough. Like
Yeah.
But he did do it though.
he
right?
did do it.
Yeah.
He 100% did it.
It's not even the tracking so much. I'm sorry. I'm eating a pink starburst. It's been a while.
Aren't they so good?
It just a
We don't eat
flavor
like a
parade in your
Thanksgiving
mouth.
turkey on the show. It's not like we eat all the goddamn time, but
It's always
I'm in
candy.
heaven.
It's always candy. Yeah.
And they're creamier. It's like a strawberries and cream. It's creamier than I remember. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Michael Scott.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I had an orange one, and that one was very, very good.
Lemon and orange. There's probably a landfill full of orange and yellow.
I like the lemon
Starbursts.
ones too. Like I have to be in the mood for them, but like every so often they hit.
I have a terrible addiction to the all pink ones, so I got the all pink ones.
I like the fave red bag.
I like.
Oh,
the
I thought you
pink
got
and
an
the red.
alternate. I thought you got like a brand new Starburst.
No.
Berries and
It's
cream
just
pack
like
or some
it's just
shit.
like all the
This is all pink.
flavor.
How do you feel about Skittles?
Skittles.
I
are
like the
awesome.
purple bag, the wild berry one.
Now, how do you eat them? Do you eat them one at a time?
I'll do whatever. I'll put a handful in. I don't
That's
care.
what I'm talking about. I put them all, especially the rainbow
Oh,
ones.
jeez. It depends.
I eat Skittles however I'm in the mood to. Like sometimes I'm like just one at a time. Sometimes I'm like fucking shoveling them in my mouth like a
Yeah.
monster. I'm like,
I feel like if you were in a bad mood, you'd probably eat them one at a time. But I feel like if I was in a bad mood,
Handful.
I would eat them. I would probably,
like-
I'd probably palm them like fucking pissed off as fucking bitch.
How did you guys feel when they turned the lime one into green apple in the original bag?
so sad.
I didn't lose so fucking wink
Really?
because I didn't know until you brought that up.
I'm sorry. I think it's back to lime again. But it just, when you take a handful, it didn't mesh as well.
Yeah.
It stood out.
It stood out and it's like, ugh.
It's like
Great.
fucking olives for me on a supreme pie.
Yeah. All you can taste is olive.
I'm trying so hard. I've given olives. It's like an abusive relationship. Like I've given olives a chance.
Right.
So many times. I just can't understand.
See, that's.
Can you hear this?
Oh, but also,
See, that's where
welcome
you and
back,
I
everybody.
differ. Yes, welcome
Sorry,
back.
we're just like, "Ah." Okay. But yeah, you do like olives, Piper.
Yes, I dead ass will just eat them out of the can. Like I'm
Green or
insane.
black?
Black olives.
Okay.
Obviously.
I do like
I'm not
those.
a monster, but
Well, no,
like,
the green ones I liked when I was a
don't-
kid.
I
And I
don't
do love a
like-
dirty martini.
I don't like the green ones because I feel like a fucking animal when I have to spit out the seed. I'm like,
There's no seed. Like the little red thing
Little
inside.
pimento?
Yeah.
No,
when I was a kid, I used to poke that out with a toothpick and just like there would be a pile
have
of them
you-
on like a napkin.
have you ever had? Have you ever had a Greek salad? And
No.
it has olives in it, and they leave the seeds in the olives, so you have to fucking spit them out. I feel like a fucking monster.
Do you aim at the waiter?
No,
I'd be like,
Ping! I like hitting like a
I have
glass.
to take. I had to like take it out of my mouth like with my fingers like manually because I feel gross like doing it any other way. I'm like I feel strange.
Yeah, olives to me, I just like every food kind of has like its place.
Right.
What the fuck is an olive?
There's
There's nothing that to me that tastes like an olive except an olive. And
Chris, you're gonna slap me for this, but
They have to be poisonous.
No,
They have to be.
You're gonna slap me for this, but I am a huge fan of olive pizza.
Oh no!
I don't think I hear
Oh, when
that.
I got this is another weird one. When I got here today, I went into the kitchen. I was talking to my sister, and she opens the fridge and she starts eating pickled garlic, like out of the jar.
Like minced, or was it
No, like whole. It's like they're like
Okay.
half cloves. Like it's pickled garlic. Yes. Yes, her.
That's
But
Ted Bundy.
no, she's. You know what? Everyone has their thing.
Is that because of?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I also eat chickpeas straight out of the can.
You're a monster.
I will drain the water and then I will just eat them right out of the can. The Goya ones.
Do they taste like hummus?
They're so good.
Because I love hummus. Hummus is dope.
Hummus is different because they
has
add
stuff in
stuff
it.
that makes it like tangier and everything.
Spices.
But like chickpeas are kind
I
of
don't like
bland by themselves, but they're also kind of sweet, which is like really like.
I like.
This is
I like Vienna
Legumes
sausages.
Corner.
Gloom's Corner.
Legumes.
Legumes.
Like, yeah.
Like the money.
No.
Oh, that's Doubloon.
Yeah.
Doubloon.
Doubloons.
Yeah.
Lagoon's Corner.
Yeah. Like we're talking about like chickpeas and olives and all that stuff. It's all like the same fucking thing.
I love it.
I was thinking of like a lagoon. My grandma.
A lagoon?
My grandma had a lagoon I used to swim in.
Yeah.
I saw the biggest jellyfish in my fucking life, and I got out of there. I never looked back.
Was it were you the creature?
No, I
Black
swear.
Lagoon?
It was a
When-
mirror, a sunken mirror. I saw myself. I shit my
When
fucking
I
pants.
went to Bermuda when I was like 12 years old on the cruise, it was so fun because the water isn't fucking polluted over there, so it's clear as day. And like you would just be like swimming in the ocean, and you'd look down, and there was like clownfish by your feet,
That's fucking crazy, dude.
and you're like, oh hi.
I've never been on a cruise. But,
It was so fun. We got to swim with dolphins.
That's
Yeah, and like they teach you like you like are supposed to grab onto the fin, like the top fin and everything, and then and you're not supposed to do any of the work. Like the dolphin will guide you.
you can't poke
like,
him in the eyes.
No, like you're
No?
you just grab the fin, and then you just go.
And they just go. And then you're in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Well,
He brings you out and drops you off.
they had it in like an enclosed space so that
Okay.
like you're not stranded out into sea, but like,
Dude.
but it was fun. I loved it.
Did they like come out of the water and look you face to face and stuff?
And
I'd be like looking at
and
into the eyes of a
dolphins-
dolphin, like what?
And dolphins are like surprisingly very soft. Like I thought they'd be like calloused or whatever.
Sandpaper almost.
Yeah,
They
but
look like they're
very
like rubber.
They're kind of like slimy, but they're soft, and it's
I
like
forget what I heard, but someone said something like once. It was like dolphins are just gay sharks.
I can see
I was like, that's adorable.
that is cute.
Well, like I love dolphins and I feel safe with dolphins because there's been so many like reported cases of dolphins saving people from.
I've heard
shark
dolphins
attacks.
are like mad horny though. Like I've heard there's dolphins that like
Yeah.
try to like hump you.
They'll do.
As the yeah. So
They're from India.
Maybe be careful
Yeah.
next time.
And like they're one of them. They're also a pleasure.
Okay.
They're for pleasure, right?
What?
Like dolphins.
What do you mean?
Like they're not just for work kind of thing.
Like what? I don't know what you mean.
Well, let's change the subject. they get in.
I think they're there for fun.
They'll dance for fun, not just to
All right,
have children.
let's not say the word pleasure.
Okay, so the birds and bees.
Okay, let's say
Pleasure.
let's just say dolphins are there for enjoyment. They're there for
They.
like oh my
I
god,
tried
they're
the
so
work
cute.
and play thing.
Yeah, they're so cute and they're so like friendly and they're so like it's not like I can get a great white shark to fucking push me out of the water
they're
and
dickheads.
play with me.
They're like they're in jail. They're in ocean jail.
Yeah,
That's where they live.
they're yeah.
I saw a fucking.
I feel like if I saw a great white shark, I would just like try to be its friend.
That's a good luck.
Just don't bleed.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, just don't bleed for a second.
Try not
Yeah.
to chum the
Like-
water.
Like, cause no, you just bunk their nose and then
Yeah.
they're gone.
They don't. I heard they don't like that.
I heard
And the gill, like a
the
gill
eye.
shot?
I heard you go for the eyeball.
The eyes, the gills.
Why do you think I keep my nails so sharp and pointy so
if
I
a
can
shark
go
came-
for something's eyes?
Honestly, just do like corkscrew.
No.
Seriously.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
If a shark ever fucking comes to me, I'm gonna grab it by the top jaw and the bottom jaw, and I'm gonna just rip it in half. one foul swoop, and then hit all his friends.
yeah.
I'll do it in front of all his friends.
So
and they
they're like,
fucking know they're next.
You would have to have like brute strength to do that, though.
Like, oh, you see what happened to Brad? Fucking,
Yeah.
you don't want, don't
see,
be him.
These people, most of these people only hear me. They don't know
Yeah.
how fucking massive a fucking shit brick house I fucking am.
Anyway, did you guys watch anything this week?
No, I'm just watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now, which is the funniest
I've
show
heard good
to
things.
ever air.
It's not bad, yeah. I haven't
Ever.
watched all of it, but
There's a scene where he's like trying to interrogate the one guy and like nothing's working, so he just brings a guitar into the interrogation room and he starts strumming it, and as he's strumming it, he's just screaming in his face.
it's my favorite song. It's my favorite
It's
song.
the stupidest shit ever.
We're gonna get into what you watched very soon.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
yes.
that's a whole thing. I started watching the show Baby Reindeer.
I heard a bunch about that.
Me too.
I haven't heard anything about
All
it.
right, it's basically like this guy who works at a pub. This lady comes in all the time, and he builds a rapport with her. She likes him a lot. Like, it's pretty obvious right off the bat. He's also trying to be a stand-up comedian, and it's just she starts stalking him, and I don't know. It's like I got a couple episodes in, and I can't.
Where can I watch this?
It's on Netflix. Apparently, it's amazing. I'm like, I have to give it a go. But I think I've read, I should have looked already, but I don't like when
Because this does seem like a show I'd be invested in.
you would like it.
Stalkers are.
I don't
They're fun
like.
to watch, but
All right,
they're not
no,
cool.
it is right. So the guy who plays the main character in the show, because this is based on a true story,
That's what I heard.
is the guy it actually happened to, and I don't
Really?
like that. I'm like, if there was an event that was so traumatic to you and so, whatever, and you're gonna play yourself, like I don't
that's
know.
kind
It's
of-
just something about it I don't like. And it was the same thing when I told you about that one documentary when the guy
Lover Stalker Killer.
Yes, Lover Stalker Killer, when like the guy was stalked by like this lady, and it was like super scary, but he's playing himself in the reenactments and looking out the window and wearing
I
a
remember
leather
you
fucking
telling me
jacket.
this- yeah.
Like, it's like you were a person fucking died. And like you're gonna like let me look brooding and scared.
I feel like did we talk about this on the show?
We did.
Because I was gonna say, like, I remember being like, yeah, who better to dramatize it than
but
me?
like, no, but like,
What the fuck?
Take a step back, just sit and tell the story, and let someone else
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't know.
So this guy is playing himself in
He's
this
playing
scenario
himself.
supposedly that happened to him.
Yes.
I don't know. I just feel like.
And I'm going to reserve judgment until I finish the whole thing because I
Yeah.
don't know what happens. And if it doesn't end in like something horribly horrific, then bravo, good for him.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's really
I
bizarre.
just feel like if I went through like a traumatic situation like that, I wouldn't want to reenact it. I'd be like,
I wanna
leave
let
me
it
out of
go.
this.
Yeah, but maybe you're also not a man who doesn't want to be broke anymore.
True.
Like, I mean, think about
But
it.
also, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm going to finish it and we'll see what happens.
Because you could have said that, like, no one really had to know that it was based on true events. The only real reason why you'd say that is to try to add more mystique to
Maybe,
the show
yeah.
and create hype, I'd assume, and get people to watch the show. You could have said nothing,
Yeah.
and maybe eventually she would have found it if it really did happen, if he really was stalked.
Yeah.
But as a man, you should be happy someone stalked you.
Yeah, but
At
I
least
will.
a little. I mean, unless she was like killing his fucking pets
Next-
and shit. That's crazy.
Next
I didn't watch it.
recording, I will
She was
come
in it.
back with a full verdict.
Yeah, well,
on
let's
if I
finish the show.
forgive him or not.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe there's a reason. I don't know.
maybe there is. I don't know. But you watched something for the very first time that shocked the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And also I was so excited that you watched it, and like I can't believe you didn't before.
Yeah, I mean, my mom used to watch this all the time.
This is something I watched
loved
like
it.
literally once a year still.
I'll give everyone a hint.
Yeah.
The only part I remember back in the day
Yeah.
was the little balls going up and finally working.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Does that make sense? Is that everyone's like, oh, Phantasm, balls going up.
Oh, flubber.
The fuck? Yeah, Flubber? Robin Williams?
What?
Peggle.
Up? No, those are
No,
balloons.
those-
Damn it. It's not a ball. What am I, an idiot?
Why don't you
Oh, Twister.
Yes, you finally watched Twister.
I watched Twister,
Did
Bill
you-
Paxton.
I didn't check your Facebook. Did you put watch Twister after you watched it?
I don't know.
I love when
I
you
told
do
you
that.
I watched Steve Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Yes.
Zissou.
Yes.
Which was amazing.
Yes.
I should rib some clips of that, and he seemed into it. But he already saw Grand Budapest Hotel,
Okay.
and I haven't seen that yet, so I'm definitely gonna watch.
I've seen
that.
like Darjeeling Limited or whatever. That's like the one when they're on the train.
I didn't.
That one's good. I still want you to watch Royal Tenenbaums.
That's also Wes Anderson.
Yes,
Yeah,
but with Twister. Did you love it?
Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, I loved it because it was a movie about a simple thing. It wasn't like sci-fi. It was exciting, but it wasn't anything that was like from Mars. It was just a F5 tornado. They were going against Carrie Elway's Mr. Princess Bride, and he was in Saw. What else was he in?
Who?
He was the antagonist in the movie. He was like the rival tornado chaser.
Yeah, Princess Bride. He was in Saw.
He was in Men in Tights as well.
Men in Tights.
And he wasn't Saw. He was the doctor.
There was a
for
movie
Saw.
he was in called The Crush that I used to watch when I was young. It was like Alicia Silverstone. Like he moves into the guest house of like this rich family, and she's a teenage girl, and she's like obsessed with him and like in love with him, and she fucking ruins his life, and he ends up having to like.
Is this Baby Reindeer?
No.
but Twister was amazing. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt, Philip Seymour Hoffman was like the Jack Black.
Yes,
stoner guy
of the day. There's a part in that movie apparently when he like lifts his legs up, kicks his legs up, you could like see his balls.
Oh, I wish I would have known this. I would have been Helen Hunting for that picture.
He is Helen Hunting. Her in that sexy white tank top, the whole movie.
Loose.
I
love the hair. The hair in that movie is great.
Where is she?
Helen Hunt?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember, like, I know her from the voice of Mrs. Incredible.
All right.
I think she was Miss Incredible from The Incredibles.
All right. So we are going to go see Maxine. It comes out in the summer, in July. We're going to go see that together.
I'm so
if you want to
excited.
join us, you have to watch X and Pearl first.
X and Pearl. Yeah.
However, since you have seen Twister, we can go see Twisters.
Oh, yes,
July 19th.
Yes, I watched the trailer for it.
So I would love to go watch, we have to get you to watch Twister first.
Okay.
Because
the
you
red
haven't seen
truck it came back. It looked like the same. Oh, at least it was a truck that was red.
I shall add that.
We will do. We'll have a little coffee and scream watch party.
Yes.
Together. And we were thinking of some fun things like we can do with the show. And I had an idea that I would do some sort of raffle or something. We're gonna do. I think we should do win a date with Chris.
Yes.
Ladies.
I think.
Our eligible bachelor.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Oh.
You're like hot coffee breath.
Oh yeah. Right in their. Right in their.
Fogging up
nose.
everyone's glasses.
Yes.
Christopher.
So that might be coming up.
light.
I got to figure out some things. I got to figure out which carrot to dangle to get everyone to want to do it.
P.F. Chang's.
And you know what? It doesn't even have to be a romantic date. It
They
could be
have
a
to pay.
friend. It could be a friend date.
Yeah.
They get to see
They have
me
to
do
pay.
impressions for 3 hours.
They have to lay their jacket down on a puddle for you.
They do.
So,
I made the puddle. I drank too much in the bar.
Oh no! Oh no!
They have to listen to you rant about Oingo Boingo for an hour and a half.
I don't know. Danny Elfman, he composes one movie. Now he's just the Oingo Boingo doesn't even matter. He's like leaves the band. Now he's Jack Skellington. It's fucking bullshit.
I think I was one that told you that that was his band.
I probably
Because you were talking about it. I was like, oh, Danny Elfman. You're like, what are you talking about? And I was
But I
like,
love Oingo Boingo because Weird Science.
Oh, yeah.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
I love that movie and I love that song. And
Weird
then
Science is a great movie too.
He did the theme for Tales from the Crypt. Also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the theme music. He's done obviously the Batman, Tim Burton's.
Hell yeah. Charlotte's
Tim Burton's
Web.
everything. Frankly, I don't think I don't
He
even
did
know
the live
last.
action Charlotte's Web.
Really? Was that
I've never seen that.
2007, 2000? $20 is
I
2007.
think so. I think it had like a young Dakota Fanning in
It did.
or whatever.
And Dakota Fanning's in a new movie called Watchers.
Yes.
Have you seen the trailer for that?
Yes.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Crazy.
It's like, so she's like walking through the woods with her dog or some shit, and she starts hearing this crazy shit going on in the woods, like these voices and these, chattering and stuff. Mm-hmm. And some old lady opens this like shed, and she's like, "In here! Come on! It's not safe!" So she runs in, and then she tells her this story about how there's something in these woods that watches them. And they just live in this box that has like a transparent kind of mirror, like a one-way mirror where the things can see in, but they can't see out. And she's just in this fucking box in the middle of the woods getting watched by who knows what. It could be like a Cloverfield paradox where it was just John Goodman the whole time. Well, it was actually aliens the whole time, but
John Goodman.
There's plenty of movies like that where it's like,
there's always something that's like, yeah.
like there was no fucking problem. It was just they wanted you in the bunker, stuck, banging you. They wanted to bang. Bang bunker.
like that movie Misery.
Yeah.
Oh God.
She wanted to keep him paralyzed.
Yeah.
She loved wheelchairs.
I have not watched that movie in a long time, so I should.
That movie was.
I gotta show my daughters that one. They haven't seen it.
That movie was definitely a movie I watched when I was too young.
Oh yeah, because your mom probably watched it. Because my mom watched it too.
And
I was
yeah, because it had the guy who played Buddy the Elf's dad in it, right?
James Caan.
Yeah.
James Caan is the author. Yeah.
Buddy, that's what you know him from.
Yeah.
Like not The Godfather.
I didn't know. I've never seen The Godfather yet.
I'm really like.
I know him from Honeymoon in Vegas, my favorite Nicolas Cage movie.
I'm really infantizing myself here.
No,
like,
Piper, you.
I know.
That's what
It's
I would
okay.
probably
It's
say.
okay.
I would say Buddy.
I find that so cute.
I would say Buddy the Elf's dad or the guy with the broken ankles.
It's Buddy the Elf's dad. Like,
Or the guy with the broken ankle.
Yeah.
Aw, you sweet little baby.
I'm really infantizing myself.
No,
here, but that's
fine.
like my first
Explosion.
That's my first exposure to that man. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, he's dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
So fuck him.
No, sorry.
James Caan, I love you. James Caan, come back. Please.
But yeah,
He
I've
was
been
in
trying.
Waterworld, right? That's Costner. I was kidding.
I was I had like every day or every night I get in bed, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch something like new. I'm gonna watch something, I get like Baby Reindeer, like an episode and a half in, then I'm like, psh, I turn it off and I put on Friends.
Oh, yeah.
I just
Mocklit. You should turn off that for Mocklit.
yeah, I'm just like, I need a comfort show.
Dude, the
That's where I've
shepherd's
been.
pie. You remember the shepherd's pie?
No, it was a
makes?
trifle.
What?
It was an English trifle.
come on. She's trifling.
She-
Making that shit.
You're trifling.
Trifling ass.
every time someone says friends, all I think about is the fucking
Enemies.
No, all I think about is the fucking episode where Ross gets the turkey stuck on his head.
That's
Oh,
Joey.
yes. Yeah. Oh, Joey.
yeah.
Come on.
I only have
Taylor,
very vague
the
memories.
fucking Taylor.
That's how they do pets. Yeah, that's how they do pets in prison.
In prison.
Oh, okay. Anyway, should we get to the topic of the night? Because it is it's a pretty big.
We're
task.
talking about how Chandler Bing was murdered.
Oh, Jesus Christ! We're not starting
The
that. again.
cranberries?
We're not. There's nothing.
The bat signal is
Oh my
on.
God, stop.
Okay.
Tonight we will be talking about family annihilators.
Yup.
We're going to talk
Two
about
words that should
men.
never be in a sentence.
Men who take out their whole family
Yeah.
because
Is Chris Benoit on the list?
he is.
Is he really?
Yeah. Don't spoiler alert.
I didn't know.
Jesus, Chris, God.
Why didn't do it?
All right. I'm just.
I was here the whole
Okay,
time.
let me just. I'm gonna scroll back up in the article. God. All right. Oh, an ad. Sorry.
There's too many ads on this site.
Okay, we are going to talk about family annihilators. This is 11 men who took their families' lives, and the article is by Kat McAuliffe on Ranker.
And there's an ad. Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
Yeah, fuck me.
It's like
All
fucking
right.
Applebee's 2
All
for
right.
20.
I will read the. Let's see. Family annihilators are among the most chilling perpetrators in the true crime world. These are individuals who, driven by a range of private pressures, be it money troubles, career setbacks, or personal disputes, take the devastating step to end the lives of their family members. Studies into the dark phenomenon reveal a common profile, typically men in their 30s, choosing the weekend to commit their unthinkable acts, a time when they are often closest to their victims. In this curated list, we delve into 11 harrowing instances of family annihilators, shining a light on the grim realities that drove these people to sever their family ties in such finality. Behind this compilation are true crime enthusiasts bringing their expertise to the table. The most notorious cases. Okay. But here's where it gets interactive. The list isn't static. It evolves with the insights of an audience that knows their stuff. With crowd ranking, your votes are... Shut the fuck up. All right. All right. Beep, bop, boop. Okay.
I am a robot.
All right, Piper, why don't you kick us off?
Sure. So the first asshole we're going to be talking about is Christopher Watts.
Look, this sounds familiar.
And I will
this
show
the ranch?
you...
Is this the ranch
look,
guy?
Look at his fucking face. Chris Watts.
Oh, I don't even know who that looks like.
Oh, you'll see.
That's a new
I
guy.
want to punch that face.
That's a new guy.
You've never seen him?
Nope.
You've definitely seen him.
I've heard of him. His name sounds familiar.
There's a lot of body cam footage from police with him.
Yeah.
And him like, I don't know where they are. But he's like acting like all nervous and like, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
He looks. Yeah, I don't know.
He has a very punchable face.
Yeah. In August of 2018, Chris Watts' pregnant wife, Shanann, and their 2 young daughters went missing. When news crews arrived at the Watts home to interview Chris, they described him as aloof and cavalier, which immediately raised the public's and authorities' suspicions. Watts claimed his wife returned home from a business trip, then promptly disappeared with their children. He admitted they had an emotional conversation the night before she left, but confirmed it was nothing too serious. He even went so far as to tell an officer, "I couldn't sleep at all last night," and that he missed my children throwing chicken nuggets at me, honestly, last night, the hours after he killed them. Further investigation uncovered Shanann's body buried in a shallow grave, and authorities found the bodies of Bella and Celeste, his daughters, in a tank on the oil field outside of Denver, where Chris Watts worked. Records showed the family was deeply in debt, having declared bankruptcy a few years prior to the murders. The week after Watts' televised interview, when his father flew into town to allegedly comfort him, the senior Watts reportedly convinced his son to turn himself in to the authorities. Watts made a complete confession on August 16th, 2018. He was charged with 3 counts of murder, and on November 6, 2018, Watts pleaded guilty to 9 charges. In exchange for his guilty plea, he was spared the death penalty. On November 19th, 2018, he was sentenced to 5 life sentences, 3 consecutive and 2 concurrent, with no parole.
Okay. There is more to this story that they left out. Shanann was pregnant.
Yeah.
She was 15 weeks pregnant with a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was having an affair. Mm-hmm. She found out he was having an affair from the credit card things. Like, she was on her business trip, and like, she's like, he went out to dinner at this place. Why? How did he spend $40 or something, like, just on himself if he's just getting like one dinner and a beer? Like, so it's just, there's a lot more details to this.
Yeah.
There's a good documentary about this one on Netflix. I think it's The Family Next Door or Neighbor Next or something like that. And it goes through like the text messages between him and her, and like just more of their lives together, like the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
This guy is a major piece of shit.
Why? Because she found out?
He killed her because he claims that she came home from her business trip at like 1 a.m.
Okay.
Was dropped off. She went into the bedroom, and they were talking or whatever, and they had sex. And because she was like, why wouldn't you have sex with me? And he finally did. And then I guess she threatened to leave or threatened to take the girls and say, like, you'll never see your kids again. And that's when he said he killed her. Like, that's when he like strangled her and killed her. Mm-hmm. And apparently, which is so sad, one of his daughters walked into the bedroom that morning and was like, "What's wrong with mommy?" And then loaded those 2 little girls into his truck with his wife's body, drove them to the oil field, and he put the girls in an oil tank and buried. It's awful.
Over fucking what, dude? That
just
is
fucking leave.
I mean, not that it even fucking. There's no reason that you could give. But it's like the fucking like what would you call it? They're just the mental.
Because it's just
like what the fuck? Like, saying someone's like possessed or like they killed him because they were gonna go to the police for something. That makes a little bit more sense than just a senseless fucking.
It's
your own
senseless.
family.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate one of the ultimate defenses is like your own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. We have Robert William Fisher.
Yeah, let's keep the list going.
Yeah, let's
this is fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, we got 10 more. Let's go.
I'm going to grind my teeth into powder.
Oh, my God. All right. According to law enforcement, on April 10th, 2001, 39-year-old Navy veteran Robert William Fisher shot his wife Mary in the head and slit her throat.
That wasn't enough?
Authorities believe he then repeated the latter action to his 10-year-old son Robert Jr. and 13-year-old daughter Brittany. After murdering his family, Fisher set the family's Scottsdale, Arizona home on fire, fleeing the house before a natural gas line caused a massive explosion. Once firefighters extinguished the blaze, they found the family's bodies inside the home and quickly determined the women and 2 children had been murdered. Shortly after the murders, police named Fisher a suspect in the murders, believing he had committed familicide because he thought his wife was planning to leave him. And he didn't want to subject his children to the stress of a divorce.
So kill him.
Yeah.
We're just going to kill him.
Fisher, an experienced hunter and outdoorsman, has never been found. And authorities suspect he may have taken his own life or started a new one with a different identity. So, yeah, that piece of shit is he's still out there somewhere, maybe.
Oh, he's scot-free.
He was never caught. So, like, he either went somewhere and killed himself, or
One can only hope.
Or he started a new life with a new identity, which this next one, he did.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So we're gonna be talking about John List.
This is a New Jersey one.
Yep.
And this is a good, yeah.
So on
Years up.
So, yep. So on November 9th, 1971, 46-year-old accountant John List killed his entire family in their Westfield, New Jersey mansion. List used a revolver and a semi-automatic handgun to end the lives of his wife, Helen, who was 46, his mother, Alma, who was 84, and his children, Patricia, who was 16, Frederick, who was 13, and John Frederick, who was 15. After murdering his entire family, List left the house to start a new life with a different identity because the middle-aged accountant had planned the killings well in advance, canceling services to the home and telling employers and schools that the family was on an extended vacation. The bodies of his mother, wife, and 3 children weren't discovered for nearly a month. List... Hold on. This scrolled up.
See, when you said a month, I thought you were going to say like 3 years. So is a month a long time to find a body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the average? A couple days?
They usually find a body in like a couple days to a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If it's like...
No matter how fucking good you hide it.
But List left behind a letter in which he claimed he had killed his family because of financial problems and a sense that his children were becoming immoral and less religious. For nearly 2 decades, the mass murderer evaded police until the case was featured on a 1989 episode of America's Most Wanted. The segment about the killings included an age-progressed bust of List created by a forensic sculptor, and one of the fugitive's acquaintances recognized him and called in a tip leading to his arrest. In April of 1990, List was convicted of 5 counts of first-degree murder, and he was given 5 consecutive life sentences for the killings. While in prison custody, List died on March 21st, 2008 at the age of 82.
This guy, like, their house, there was actually a name for the house. I forget what it's like butterfly something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should just do a whole episode on him one day. Yeah. I don't know, because there's a lot. But he, like, they had a ballroom in this house.
Mm-hmm. A ballroom?
A ballroom.
Yeah.
And what he did is he left every light on in this house, and he brought all the bodies to the ballroom. He dragged them in like on blankets. Yeah. And one by one, as time went on, the lights started burning out, and neighbors started noticing that the lights were burning out, and that's kind of what was like,
Dude, when you were like saying that, I was like, is he gonna dance with these bodies?
No. But like, there's a lot. Yeah.
That's where I thought we were.
There's
going.
a lot more involved with like his kids and like their friend. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah. This is New Jersey.
Yes.
The house. Is how many fucking kids? Like 6 kids? 5 kids?
Four kids? Four.
I feel like she's 4.
But my sister used to live right near where that was. That house the mansion has since been demolished because who would want to live there?
Yeah.
And they got his ass, right? They made the sculpture of him.
Yeah.
I would have put that thing right in front of him and said, "You're busted."
Like the person who made that bust, like, it's so good. They did, an age progression. They're like, he would probably, maybe he'll have glasses now. You know, he's probably looks like, it's just, so good.
It's just, it's just really like,
yeah.
It's like, just because your children were,
they liked rock and roll and they didn't want to go to church. Like, don't take them out.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
It's the same concept of their rationale is, I didn't want them to leave me. Like,
I don't get that.
You don't even give them the opportunities to come back.
Or to be like, I wasn't going to leave you. I love you.
Or like,
you don't even give, like...
No, you don't get to explain.
Now they're never coming fucking back. You've solidified your future. And also, you're now, hello, jail.
Yeah.
Jail.
And if you're that insecure, like, sit your family down and have a discussion as like
that's
and
mental
have, like,
illness.
I know, it's just it's also like a toxic, like, it's like a masculinity thing. Like, I'm just gonna fucking take him out. Like, fuck
ownership. Yeah, exactly.
It's ownership.
Yeah. He's like starting a new save file.
Yeah.
the fucking video
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
I'm gonna start from scratch. I want to make a new build.
Okay, so next up we have Ronald Gene Simmons. Over the course of 1 week in December 1987, 47-year-old Ronald Gene Simmons, a retired serviceman who served in both the Navy and the Air Force, murdered 14 members of his family, including his wife, children, grandchildren, daughter-in-law, and son-in-law, as well as a stranger and an acquaintance. Simmons' victims ranged in age from 1 to 46, and he killed them by either shooting them or strangling them to death. His killing spree started on December 22nd, 1987, when he murdered his wife and 6 children in their Arkansas home, and it continued on December 26th, 1987, when he took the lives of 7 additional family members when they arrived at his house for a post-Christmas celebration. 2 days later, on December 28th, 1987, he murdered a young woman with whom he was obsessed. And then he went on a rampage in Russellville, Arkansas, killing 1 man and wounding several others.
Dude, like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Simmons was arrested, tried, and convicted of 16 counts of murder. He was executed by lethal injection on June 25th, 1990, at the age of 49. Simmons never explained why he killed his family, although investigators later discovered he'd sexually abused one of his daughters and she had given birth to his child. Like, oh, God.
See, as fucked up as that is, that's where it starts to make sense to me.
But
it's like
that poor
that's,
girl,
you can't,
that poor
like,
fucking girl who like didn't have a choice in the whole thing either way. Like, it was just awful. Just
in your own fucking flesh and blood.
like you're.
What the fuck are we doing here?
I get upset at nighttime when I lay down. I'm like, oh, did I yell at one of my kids too much tonight? Like for doing something probably they should have been yelled at for. Like I don't get it.
And I'm gonna go to jail forever if I deal with this guy. Like if that was my own flesh and blood.
Correct.
You know, it's
Like,
like
I don't-
you can't go. I know you can't go guns blazing on people that you suspect of committing crimes. Like,
Yeah, but-
but like, I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
These people should not, at the very least, be protected in prison. They should know if they're taking this fucking
Like
chance.
throw them in Gen Pop.
They're getting pin cushioned and they're getting thrown in the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it not fun for them there.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
Like I don't
They
know.
should
These
be-
people like yeah, they're protected. Yeah.
I just, if
Like-
I could flip a switch
like
and
even-
reform everyone in that regard, I mean, who the fuck would I not be? Or who would I be
like
to
that's a
not?
psychopath. That's not even. That's something that cannot be fixed.
Yeah.
And we were talking about earlier, it's like some things are done for shame.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not. I guess that's an instance of
Oh,
shame.
yeah, yeah.
It's bad, but when people like will murder to cover up their own shame, that's not like shit. That's not even illegal. Shit, like people will do shit that's not even illegal and then kill people because of the shame of it getting out. That's fucking beyond. Like what we were talking about earlier.
Right. Oh
With
yeah,
the
yeah,
tutu
yeah.
and
The
fucking-
guy that was eating his diapers, his own shitty
Okay,
diapers.
that's okay. I forgot about
We'll
that.
talk
detail.
about Well,
I forgot about that. Now
okay,
that's
he was
crazy.
eating his own shitty diapers. His kid found pictures of him eating his own shitty diapers, and then he killed his
Who
kid.
takes pictures?
I
Like,
don't
who-
know.
like,
I don't know. I don't. We'll talk about that one.
He was begging for. He was begging to get caught.
Just like, oh God, change me.
Why live vicariously? I'm sure you got more diapers. They don't. They're not single packs. Go do it again,
You
and
can-
again, and again,
and
and
again, and again.
And you never have to take a picture.
Do it in front of a mirror so you could see yourself doing it,
Yeah.
and then that's
You could increase your form.
yeah.
You could look so cool.
You could be like, oh, I look fat when I sit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like, oh,
Turn to the
I
side.
got a little bit of rolls.
Turn to the side.
Turn to the side.
Like
Nice
better?
side profile. Beautiful. Look
Better?
at the. It's like a swan.
Yeah. Did my jaw look good? My
Yeah,
jawline.
yeah. What's that thing? You know what I'm talking about? Some kid did this to me. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
There's a word for that.
What did
I
he
was
do to
I
you?
when I picked,
Oh, fucking mewing.
yes. So when I was fucking picking my shit up from Ribs, I was driving back and there was a bunch of kids in like the street plant on their bikes and playing basketball. I got mewed.
What is that?
I don't. I'm guessing it means you ain't shit, which is kind of funny.
I'd cry.
What does that mean?
It's like a.
So basically, like the whole mewing thing is like, it doesn't work. I've tried it before, but you like roll your tongue back in your mouth to like make your jawline more sharp and like more pronounced, and it doesn't work. It's just
But when they shush you, they're like, oh, I can't talk right now. I'm too busy making my jaw
Wait,
chiseled because I'm a
wait, how
Chad.
do you do
Is
it?
that what it is?
It's like a. But it just makes my chin more double chin.
It makes
and
you
it's
Matt Rife. It turns you into Matt Rife. Yeah, we're all mewing, huh? This is the show, The Mew. I'm going. Blah,
I
blah,
feel like
blah,
I
blah,
look
blah.
fucking stupid.
But he did that to me. He went. As in, I can't talk. You're a fucking loser. I'm too busy chiseling my jaw.
What is that? Like, no.
That's like elementary Chad shit.
I
thought it was so fucking funny.
Or maybe he was doing like, shh, your beard looks beautiful.
I thought you were gonna say it looks like shit. I'm like,
no. What if he's
okay,
like? What if he's like, don't even fight me on it.
Oh, what if he's a gangster and he says, just don't say a fucking word or I'll cut you.
I'm gonna cut your face.
I'm gonna cut your face. Yeah.
Okay.
Glasgow smile.
That's a little different.
Little Timmy needs to worry about his algebra homework.
I should have ran his leg over.
Let's keep the ball moving.
But this next guy is also a Chris Benoit.
Is it Christopher Benoit? I don't know.
I don't know. In June 2007, 40-year-old professional wrestler Chris Benoit strangled his 43-year-old wife, Nancy, and suffocated his 7-year-old son, Daniel, before hanging himself from a weight machine in the basement of the family's Fayetteville, Georgia home. Law enforcement discovered the family's bodies on June 25, 2007, after no one had been able to get in touch with Chris or Nancy for a number of days. Investigators found Bibles next to the victims' bodies, and a search of Chris Benoit's computer led them to believe he may have tried to resuscitate his son after killing him. Much speculation has persisted regarding why Benoit murdered his wife and children before ending his own life.
I have a theory.
Following his death, scans of Benoit's brain revealed severe damage caused by the concussions suffered during his long wrestling career, leading his father to attribute the familicide to these extensive injuries. However, toxicology tests revealed steroids in Benoit's system at the time of his death, causing some to believe he may have murdered his family as a result of roid rage.
I saw that as road rage. I was like, what is he doing?
Benoit's exact motives have never been revealed.
Yeah, my theory was the CTE stuff because it wasn't really, I guess it didn't have a phrase. Mm-hmm. It didn't have a phrase for it yet, and that was what year was that again?
2007.
2007, yeah. So that was a while back.
There's a weird thing with that one, though. I think it was reported that
he was framed.
No,
there's a page on Facebook called Chris Benoit's Framed.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
all right.
It's insane.
That his wife's death or something was reported on before the bodies were found. Like there was something weird, or like his Wikipedia or something was. It's probably it's probably in that fucking thing.
Well, yeah.
So anywho,
that's interesting though. But I know that.
Oh no,
Chris Benoit was notorious for using his head as a fucking weapon. So,
really?
Yeah, like he would jump off the top rope and use his head. I forget the fucking move.
My phone is being
Rib's
weird.
more of a WWE guy.
Oh my god, I lost it. Okay.
But he's not. I mean, he's not the first. Well, yeah, I don't know if anyone from WWE former has committed murder from a result of some kind of fucking mental episode. But I know there's a high concentration of painkiller use and stuff.
Aaron Hernandez.
I was gonna say that name, and I thought I was gonna fuck up who that was.
No, that's they said
Rodgers. That's probably who I'm thinking of.
Aaron Rodgers was former Green Bay current douche.
Yeah,
former Green. But so the Aaron Hernandez, was that his family?
Aaron Hernandez was he killed no, he didn't kill his family. He killed a guy who was dating someone's I don't know. But it was basically he also killed some people for spilling a drink near him at a club or something. He was he was very, 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 very violent. And people said it was when they studied his brain after he, killed himself, they're they've never seen
he did kill himself?
CTE that bad. Yeah.
Jesus. And he was a football player, right?
Yes.
And I'm not a really big sports guy, but I'd assume with all this money they'd have some kind of high-tech nice helmets that don't turn people into vegetables.
It's still
when they're 50.
When you bang your helmet against someone else's helmet going as fast as you are, your brain's gonna rattle.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I say take the helmets off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the same thing they say, that's why they say bare knuckle boxing is safer than boxing.
Yeah.
Because boxing, you have cushion and you're getting hit in the face way more times than you really should before you would normally get knocked out.
Okay.
Whereas bare knuckle boxing, it's if you get caught right early, you're going down and you're calling it quits.
That's enough. Yeah.
It's you're not getting it's not repetitive. It's one good shot and you're fucking done.
It's crazy with sports things and stuff. I don't know. I love boxing.
It's fun. I
love it.
You know,
like I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like you know, if too, because regardless if I'm paying for it, people are still gonna want to punch each other.
Yeah.
So
it's just like,
I mean, smoke 'em if I got 'em.
It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Christopher Foster. On August 26th, 2008, 49-year-old British businessman Christopher Foster murdered his wife Jill and teenage daughter Kirsty, shooting them and the family's many dogs and horses before pouring 200 Jesus, gallons of oil all over his mansion in Shropshire, England.
That's crazy.
After setting the home ablaze, he climbed into bed next to his dead wife and eventually died from smoke inhalation. Security cameras posted around the property captured the tragedy, allowing law enforcement to learn exactly how Foster carried out the murders. An investigation after the familicide.
It's a weird word.
Familicide.
No one ever when are you going to use that in a sentence? It's a weird word.
I've said it a few times now. It's like,
it's a good point. That's a good point. You should have practice.
Familicide.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Also revealed why Foster, who lived in an opulent home worth well over $1 million, committed murder, suicide, and arson. While Foster made millions developing materials for the oil industry, he spent his fortune on expensive sports cars simply to keep up appearances. When his business began to fail, creditors started threatening to repossess his assets, including his mansion. Officials believe Foster decided to murder his family and take his own life rather than to admit dire nature of their finances. So pride. That's why he killed his family.
See, that's another thing. I would say pride is also in a shame. Was that in the same boat?
It's so stupid.
Pride and shame?
Just like why?
I don't know.
Keeping up with appearances?
Just because I'm poor.
Fucking appearance.
I would love my family if I was poor or if I was rich. Why kill them?
Maybe you're just not mental. You're not fucking mental.
They're not. I guess that's what it is. I just don't have the gene in my brain that makes me decide I'm gonna kill my family. But it's therefore I'll never understand it. But it's so crazy.
And the worst part is you're only gonna be Piper for your entire life. Exactly. That I know, unless we live long enough to fucking Neuralink or some crazy shit. For the rest of your life, you're only gonna be Piper, and everything is your experience. It's hard to be self-aware and not be a psycho killer. To then be why would they fucking do that? Because you start to identify with that. You're like, okay, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't be fucking going room to room.
Give me a red one.
It's fucking crazy. I can't imagine. Let's say my consciousness is a movie. What the fuck are they watching? What is their life?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Especially yours.
Yeah. Mine's fun. Mine's actually.
The people who are watching my life in the little movie theater out there or whatever are probably damn, this bitch is boring.
No, mine is just cats.
I think when they would watch my life, they'd be like, oh, I love this movie. And then it's just Jurassic Park.
It's just me playing with my cats, and then me inside my head being a snarky bitch.
Playing the same scale over and over. They're like, dude, it's fine.
You
it's
got
clean.
it. You got it.
Yes, you got it.
Play
please.
It one more fucking time.
Let me guess.
Or they're probably does this bitch ever write a story that isn't misery and depression?
How many times is he gonna fucking play over? He can't fight this feeling. How many goddamn times?
How many times is she gonna put a strong female lead through torture and depression?
I feel like if they watched my life as a movie, it'd be
yeah.
I think it'd be cool. I think it's not that horrifying. I have a pretty good life. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
My nights are quiet. They're nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next guy we're talking.
That's kind of wholesome.
Okay.
Yeah. But the next guy we're talking about is
back to
James
murder.
Rupert. Yes. On Easter Sunday, March 30th, 1975, 41-year-old James Urban Rupert, what a name, murdered his mother, brother, sister-in-law, 5 nephews, and 3 nieces in his mother's Hamilton, Ohio home with a rifle and 2 handguns. After murdering 11 of his family members who ranged in age from 3 to 65, Rupert called the police to report the killings, and he was promptly arrested for their crimes. Jesus. Rupert never revealed why he committed familicide, but those close to Rupert and his family said that he had a contentious relationship with his mother and brother. At his first trial, Rupert pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, but was convicted of the killings and sentenced to life in prison. However, the courts declared a mistrial because they determined he hadn't received a fair trial in Hamilton, the town in which the killings had occurred. He was granted a new trial in Findlay, Ohio, and in July 1975, yet another jury found Rupert guilty and gave him 11 consecutive life sentences.
How many?
11 consecutive life sentences. He appealed this conviction, however, was granted a third trial. In July of 1982, he was convicted of killing his brother and mother, but found not guilty of the other murderers, and he was given 2 consecutive life sentences. His 2015 request for parole was denied, and he died in prison from natural causes on June 4th, 2022. So El Bozo.
Is it natural causes or natural prison causes?
Natural. No, they would say if something nefarious took place.
Something nefarious?
Yeah.
And I was going to say, so let's sidebar real quick. Jeffrey Dahmer. So we'll just use this example. You said 11 consecutive life sentences, right?
Yeah.
How much is a life sentence on average? Would you say like 60 years?
25 to life.
25 to life.
That's most states.
Do you think in the future, if we're able to live longer, do you think that people will actually be able to serve those kind of...
No. Who the fuck is going to be around for 11 lifetimes?
No, this is my thing. It's not about your physical body. It's like, what if they could hook your body up and put you in a stasis mode where in theory you are living?
No, pull the plug. We're done.
Well, that's a good point. No, but if you want the punishment, like, do you think that people will actually go to jail for more than 100 years in the future if they can be kept alive?
No, because
they're not going to keep them alive.
Because this fucking life is weird.
They're not going to keep them alive.
But if they're making license plates...
No,
but there was a case.
There's going to be hover cars. We need license plates.
Oh my god.
There was a case where a guy who was serving a life sentence in prison, and then he died, and then they resuscitated him, and then he was just like, "Well, my life sentence kind of ended already, so I guess I gotta go."
Could you fight that?
I would choke him out. I'd be like, "Fuck you."
Well, no, that doesn't count. Like, yeah, if you get stabbed and almost die in prison, like they're gonna bring you back to jail. Yeah. It's not like you. Yeah, I was gonna say because that'd be funny if that's how he got out. He faked his death.
Like, oh my god, could you imagine? They were like, shit, you're right, bye.
They're looking through the book.
Okay, let's see here.
Right, sorry.
God.
Christian Longo.
What is with these? It's like 4 in a row.
It's a lot, yeah. Over the course of 5 days in December 2001, the bodies of 27-year-old Christian Longo's wife, son, and 2 daughters were found in the water near the family's home in Newport, Oregon. Longo killed his wife, Mary Jane, and children Zachary, 4, Sadie, 3, and Madison, 2.
So little.
Via strangulation, then placed them in the water with weights on their bodies to delay their discovery. Longo then fled to Mexico, where he lived as a fugitive, telling people he was Michael Finkel, a writer for the New York Times.
Finkel's Einhorn.
Sure.
Like, why would you make yourself like a fucking public figure?
And also, out of all names, Finkel.
Yeah, you could be anything you want.
You could be anyone.
Yeah. While investigating the murders, officials learned Longo was a con artist who had gotten himself and his family into serious financial trouble by forging checks and using other people's credit cards, even stealing a minivan from a car dealership by using a fake driver's license. Shortly before the murders, the Longos moved into a pricey condo that Longo couldn't afford on his income from Starbucks.
Wow.
In January 2002, Longo was arrested in Mexico and extradited to the United States before he was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death in Oregon. And also, he should apologize to Michael Finkel.
He should.
Marcus Wesson.
This hair.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get a closer look for this.
What a hairstyle.
It looks like a... I can't even...
Oh my god. This is like Raggedy Ann Coolio. Like what is this? That's Raggedy Ann hair.
It looks like he has like pigtails, but
it's like a part in the middle.
But
it's like
it's
a
also
Wendy's
giving
girl.
me the Wendy's girl.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
It's the Wendy's girl.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
No.
So, Marcus Wesson, on March 12th, 2004. Oh, great. Just a couple days before I was born. On March 12th, 2004, police in Fresno, California, entered the home of 57-year-old Marcus Wesson after a standoff related to child custody issues. Upon entering the home, police found the dead bodies of Wesson's 9 children, who ranged in age from 1 to 25.
Does this keep going up? I feel like, is this like a top 10? Like,
But first of all, he has children aged like from 1 to 25. Like, stop having children.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's at 9.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. Like, I feel like every one you guys have mentioned has been like
Getting worse and worse.
there was
and worse.
16, then 11, but now it's like jumping up to
Alright.
like
Yeah.
That's I can't. It's insane.
Wesson had been committing incest with his daughters and nieces for years, and according to reports, he committed the murders to prevent authorities from taking the younger children away from him. Wesson was arrested and charged with 9 counts of first-degree murder and 14 sex crimes. During his 2005 trial, his defense attorneys claimed one of his daughters, who had been found dead at the scene, was the person responsible for the killings. Regardless, the jury found him guilty, and Wesson was sentenced to death.
What?
Dude, like, how could you defend that, dude? I get it. You need a defense lawyer and stuff. Mm-hmm. But isn't that, like, rough? Like, why are defense lawyers, like, chased?
I don't know.
Are they ever chased into their fucking Uber or whatever they drive? Like,
I don't. If I was ever gonna be a lawyer, I would be a prosecutor. Like, I cannot defend someone. Like, and like, do they have to tell them like they can't do it? Like,
I would assume
I would
so.
assume
Well, that
you
was a
have
problem
to.
in Cape
Well, like,
Fear.
there's
Did you see
been-
Cape Fear?
Huh?
There's been some cases where, like, the families have forgiven the defense attorneys because, like, they're, like, self-aware enough to realize, like, they're just doing their job. But, like, I would be...
Yeah, but that ain't enough for me.
Yeah.
You're just doing your job. Yeah, that's it. You're only doing just your job. Do
But, like,
fucking more.
I'm like,
please.
I'm just like a moral thing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think I can
Like,
do that.
Yeah.
because let's say homeboy is innocent. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't fucking, you know, you got to hear his side of the story at least. I understand that's
Sure.
important. You can't just blindly point a finger. That's not the fucking world we should be living in.
No.
But like, dude, you know, that's my thing too. You ask the guy, like, did you really fucking do it?
Like,
And if they say, I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably smart to say no.
they probably say no. They probably don't tell them because, like, I don't know.
But some lawyers probably say, well, if you admit to me, I can, like, you're going to go to jail.
Well, then
but
that's
you're not
when
going to
they
go to jail for
that's
life.
when they probably the defense probably talks to the prosecutors and probably strike up like a plea bargain or something. I don't know. Anywho, let's keep going. Stephen Supple. On the evening of Easter Sunday, March 23rd, 2008, 42-year-old Stephen Supple murdered his wife Cheryl and their 4 adopted children, Ethan, 10, Seth, 9, Mira, 5, and Eleanor, 3. Supple reportedly beat his family members to death with a baseball bat.
Wow.
The next morning, Supple called the police and asked law enforcement to come to his Iowa City home. The middle-aged former banker then left his house, and minutes later, he ended his life by crashing his vehicle into a concrete barrier.
Fucking coward.
After killing his entire family and himself, investigators discovered some secrets in Supple's life. Supple had been indicted a month prior on charges that he'd embezzled more than $500,000 from his former employer, an Iowa bank where he'd worked as a controller and vice president. While Supple pleaded not guilty to charges of embezzlement and money laundering, he told investigators he stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from a bank over the course of several years. The Supples were devout Catholics, and all 6 members of the family were given a joint Catholic funeral, including Stephen, sparking a great deal of controversy. I would have been like, fuck that guy.
With a fucking baseball bat.
That is a horrific thing.
I've seen Casino.
Yeah, that is...
Yeah.
No.
What if I want to go in that food court and get one of those sandwiches I like?
Well, Piper,
That...
you can...
How do you start embezzling money? Like, what did he fucking want so bad?
I don't know. I don't know.
A jet ski?
Who,
I think it was over a fucking. All this was over a jet ski.
Like something so stupid, like a boat, like something like.
Well, $500,000. That's fucking extreme, dude.
Or maybe
that's $500K.
I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, Piper, why don't you give us the last one on the list?
The last asshole we have is Marty Bergen.
Big asshole.
A big asshole.
Yeah.
I see one outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drive it.
You got a big ass soul covered in bird shit.
There's a little coffee on it too.
Well, yeah, the coffee stains.
It looks jaundiced from the pollen.
Your jaundice asshole.
Jaundice soul.
I have to take her to the car wash.
Yeah, get that. You gotta, yeah.
Bring us home.
But on January 19th, 1900, 28-year-old Major League Baseball player Marty Bergen killed his wife, 3-year-old son, and 6-year-old daughter with an axe in the family's North Brookfield, Massachusetts home before slitting his own throat with a razor, nearly decapitating himself. Prior to the murders, Bergen, who played for the Boston Beaneaters from 1896...
Give Chris a minute. Boston Beaneaters.
It's kind of funny.
For the record, I thought of a homeless guy. I thought of Christopher Lloyd and Dennis the
That's
Menace.
what I was thinking too. like open up a can. Oh God, so disgusting.
He can't tie him up right. He keeps getting out. Dude, the Beaneaters.
Like what?
Fuck, they're farting, dude. They're farting up a storm. They shit on the competition.
No flashback to the beginning of the episode where I eat the fucking chickpeas out of the can.
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
Yeah.
Did you fart? Did this make you fart? Dude, I'm gonna have to go home and see if I got chickpeas. I'm gonna try some
Oh my
straight
God.
up.
All right,
fucking
finish.
God, okay. So prior to the murders, Bergen, who played for the Boston Beaneaters from 1896 to 1899, had experienced hallucinations and paranoia for over a year, indicating he probably suffered from a serious mental health issue for some time without effective treatment. In fact, some of his teammates believed alcoholism was the cause of Bergen's erratic behavior. Despite the tragic ending to Bergen's life and those of his wife and 2 children, he is still remembered as one of the greatest catchers in the MLB history.
How good of it? I mean, I'm ignorant.
I don't know. You would think they had
How good of a catch? You catch the fucking ball.
But also,
What the fuck
how
you
many
mean?
of them
He
have
never dropped
probably
one?
came after him? Like, he couldn't have been like pushed off the list because of what he fucking did. Like, he made to tell me that from, let's see, he was on the Beaneaters till 1899. You mean to tell me that there wasn't like maybe 20 great ones after him that
didn't commit murder?
that should maybe, I don't know. Anywho,
I mean, maybe he was that good.
Was the list of family annihilators, each one of them a gigantic piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hope the ones that are still alive have miserable lives.
I hope they hear this.
I hope you fucking hear
Chris
this.
Watts, I hope both sides of your one-ply prison pillow are
One fly.
hot as hell.
Your doily of a pillow.
I hope your prison blanket is so itchy that you break out in hives daily.
I hope your cellmate beats you to a pulp every day.
It's
And I know you
Bubba.
lost a lot of weight, before you killed your wife and everything.
He did?
Yeah, I hope you look like a fucking melted marshmallow now, you piece of shit.
Have you ever seen I Love You, Philip Morris
No.
with Jim Carrey?
No, I heard it's good though.
Oh my God. I haven't watched it in years, but that movie was slamming. And you know what else was slamming?
What?
Twister.
It sure was.
Twister? Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bill
I will have
Paxton?
We will-
watch
R.I.P.
it.
I highly recommend you do. We will
That
do.
might be a
And there's some
tonight
other
watch.
movies that like you haven't seen yet that I'm like, what?
But that was a great, like I said, that was a great
Yeah.
movie about like it was just a good movie. It
was
wasn't about anything sci-fi. It wasn't like
No, there was nothing
bigger than it was.
There was nothing extravagant, or like there wasn't like, oh my God, it's like you said, like it's a new tornado's coming, an F-12.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
like something
no,
insane.
it's just like something real.
It was an
that-
opportunity.
Yes.
It was the opportunity that had
Exactly.
to be seized. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with like this is a once in a lifetime storm.
No,
it's
this
a once in a while storm.
Yeah, but
That's I mean, second place. Hell yeah, bring it on.
hell yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like that was fucking awesome.
I love
Twister. That twisted up.
It sounds like you won the game, Twister.
I did.
He's very
That's what I
he's
should have
very
done with Rib.
bendy.
I should have done.
You should have.
I kicked myself
To watch
in the head.
you and Rib play Twister together.
Yeah. That'd be hard.
I'd watch.
For me. Oh,
I'd watch.
We'll hear
I
from
feel
him.
like I'd
I'd
be scared.
You know what? Since we will be probably moving our pod studio for a few weeks because we got some things going
that means
on
you guys
here.
are going on Wonder Time, right? That means, we're. Come on.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we can do like some kind of makeup face thing. We'll do. I don't know.
Can I put lipstick on you again?
Why not?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then we'll just do a whole episode of RuPaul's
Wait.
Drag Race.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll try to drag me out.
I will bring my makeup. We do Chris's makeup.
This is the thing.
I'll do-
I don't want it to be. I want it to be as ugly. I want you guys to make. If you're gonna make
can
me,
I do it
want you
with
to be
my eyes
ugly as
closed?
fuck.
Can I do it with my eyes closed?
100.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm
All right,
talking about. Is
blindfolded,
blindfold
No,
makeover.
we have to take a shot after every step.
We'll see.
Dude,
We'll
the
see.
motor skills. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
Spin
How
me
fun-
around 3 times and make his face is over there.
We'll do dizzy bat. And then you have to put mascara on me, and you're poking me in the fucking eye.
mascara. Oof.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Fake eyelashes, but they're like in his eyebrows.
My lashes. How are my lashes?
I can't really see
Are they
them.
full? Are they full of boogies?
Well, stop pulling on them.
I'm gonna rip them all out.
Rip them all out. Don't do that.
Bro.
All right. Well, I think that'll do.
Yeah.
So guys, please don't forget to, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, subscribe, leave a nice review. It does help us a lot. Find Chris every Tuesday.
Twitch.tv/WonderTime Theater. The Twister episode is still up. If you go to Twitch.tv/WonderTime Theater.
At 7.
WonderTime Theater at 7.
At 7.
Tuesdays at 7 p.m.
Yes.
The Twister episode is still up. It was a great show. I had a great time. I should probably just archive that. It's like it's a great.
You should.
I really think it was a great episode.
I missed it. I have to go watch it
Yeah.
because I need to see your reaction to certain things.
It was funny because I did break it down, and dude,
Yeah.
Bill Paxton.
He's the fucking man.
But
The
yeah, of
fucking
course
man.
he is. For some reason, I thought he was Clifford. I got him and John Ritter
Clifford?
confused. So I kept pulling pictures up of Clifford until like 2 hours.
Clifford the big red dog?
Yes, the big red dog.
Okay, no.
I thought for some reason Bill Paxton was the voice. So it'll just be Twister, and then I'll just pause it, and then it'll just be Clifford.
Okay.
And I was like, I forgot this was John
Like,
Ritter.
whoopsie.
But R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P.
But you
John
could
Ritter.
also find our show on buymeacoffee.com/coffee scream. If you would like to support the show, it goes to new equipment.
Yes.
No more DoorDash.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
It's not
Come
for
on,
actual,
do us a favor.
yeah, spoiler, it's not for actual coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's for
Yeah.
Well, in a way.
in a way, I guess.
It
I
is.
don't know.
I mean, we have coffee every episode.
We have coffee every episode, but like we do need some new mics. We need a new mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Help a gal out
Yes.
if you want to. No
you
pressure.
won't regret it.
We are on Instagram at Coffee and Scream Pod, and my personal, if you'd like to follow, is Piper A04.
And we are also on X. It's Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter.
Twitter
Let's not-
is crazy, by the way.
Twitter
It's like my nightly scroll is like, what's going on?
Twitter.
It's crazy.
My Twitter feed
like-
it ain't
is like
Facebook, I'll tell you
It's
that.
like the Wild West.
It's
It's fun.
insane. It's like
Yeah.
this shit. It's police chases.
my
It's
Twitter feed is like looking into the minds of psych patients.
I am on their way too much.
There's so much alien shit. It's hilarious.
Oh no, mine. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you can find us on Twitter at C Scream Pod. That's C the letters Scream Pod. I am It's Jess G, Jess with one S. Give us a follow.
Mm-hmm.
And the code word for today is Twister.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Twister.
Let me know if you heard it, and if you didn't, you're dead to me.
Yes.
All right. Till next time, lock your doors and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.